This is the content we created. This is the content we designed. Huh? This we created. Now you tried this, huh? Able to do it? Good. Now in this, now one more important we need to achieve here is displaying images. How we can display images and configure the images, right? So we will see today in HTML how we can use images in HTML. How we can keep images in HTML. To keep images, pictures in HTML, first we have to know some basic rules, right? Actually, images are of various types. Images are of various types. Pictures are present in different types. Web supports only few types. Web supports only few types. So you cannot use every photo, picture available in your computer. You can use only what web supports. So if you want to use images, generally images, we need to know what are the types supported. A simple point I will give you here. Actually, web supports images type, image type, and I will give extension. So what are the image types and extensions supported by web? One image type supported is APNG. APNG is the type. Actually, APNG is nothing but, so I will give here. So name, MIME and extension. I will give like this. So what is MIME? MIME is multi-purpose internet mail extensions. MIME. MIME is multi-purpose internet mail extensions. Actually, what is MIME means? For example, suppose you are using MS Excel like software or MS Word. If anyone asks what will be the file extension in MS Word, generally you may tell about MS Word file extension means it will be .doc, .docx. So, but there are more than 20 extensions for MS Word. DOC, DOCX, CSV. CSV is comma separated, RTF, TXT. Through MS Word, you can save in various formats. So many extensions will be there. So as a developer, if I want to access all MS Word files, any extension they may be, then we have to use the MIME type of the file. Under one MIME type, several extensions will be there. That means the MIME type will be like this. For example, the MIME type will be application/MS Word. Under that MIME type, all extensions will come. For example, I will show you some MIME types here. We will discuss about that. Application MS Word, under that so many extensions. As a developer, accessing every extension is difficult because so many will be there. We use this MIME type to access all of them. That means a developer should know both MIME type and extension, because MIME type tells whether it can display in the page or not, and extension is used to access it and use it. To access, we need extension. Under one MIME type, so many extensions will be there. For example, that is very common actually. For example, photos. Photos, there will be JPG, there will be JPEG, there will be JFIF. So many extensions will be there. But all these are present under image/JPEG. This is called MIME type. If I refer this MIME type, all these three will come. That means as a developer, you should know the MIME type to understand what is the image type. And you need the extension to access specific image and use it. So MIME type tells what is the type supported for images. So here APNG, so that means its MIME type will be like image/APNG. Actually, it's MIME APNG, image/APNG. Actually, APNG is nothing but APNG means animated portable network graphics. That is APNG. Usually, it is animated portable network graphics. Usually, it will have extension .apng. That means on internet, so many images can be there, types will be there. As a developer, you should know which is suitable for which situation. That I will tell you now. First, you need to understand what are the MIME types supported. For example, we design one photo in MS Word, MS Paint. And when you save in MS Paint, actually Paint have extension. They save with extension .bmp. But these BMP are not good for web. They are not good for web. That means for internet, we should not use. Suppose you designed a photo in Photoshop, it will have PSD, Photoshop, but it is not good for web. In web, we cannot upload PSD. So that means images will be so many types, but all image types are not supported. Only few image types are supported. Out of that, one is what? APNG. Another one is, what is difference also I will tell you. Another one we have PNG. This is image/PNG. This is portable network graphics. Portable network graphics. PNG. Usually its extension will be .png. Another one is GIF. So image/GIF. It will be graphic interchange format. Graphic interchange format. Graphic interchange format. Usually it will have extension .gif. .gif is the extension for that. We have JPEG. So it is image/JPEG. It is a joint photographic expert group. Joint photographic expert group. Extension will be .jpg, .jpeg, and .jfif. IF like this. Another image is we have TIFF. This is image/TIFF. This is actually tagged image file format. Tagged image file format, TIFF. Usually it will have extension .tiff. And another important, we have ICO. Already we learned that. So image slash icon actually it is. So it is actually called as Microsoft icon. ICO don't have any extension. So means it will not have any abbreviation. It is just ICO extension. Another image format is SVG. This is important, image slash SVG. And actually SVG is scalar vector graphics, vector graphics. So it will have extension .svg. And we have WebP. So image slash WebP. This is a web picture format, and it will have .webp extension. These are important formats supported on internet. That means when you are uploading a picture and placing it in website, it should be any of these type only. Already I told you so many times, don't come that without that this format is working for me. If it working for you, keep it with you, right? That is not standard. That means as per the standards, other formats not good for web. If you still use them, they will not work properly across browsers. So make sure that when you are using images, they are of the type these. Web supports only these type of images: PNG, APNG, GIF, JPG, TIFF, ICO, SVG, and WebP. As a developer, one more difference you need to know is when to use these images. What is difference between them? Some basic things you have to know. I will tell you here. Actually, the question here is, what is difference? All are photos only, all are images only. Then what is difference? For a ordinary person who don't know technology, so for him a photo is photo, anything photo. But for a developer, a image he need to upload and use according to its behavior and situation. For example, I will tell you the difference here. Actually, here so many questions are there. The first question is when to use the JPG. What is difference? First, I will show you the difference actually. Actually, difference is you have PNG and APNG. What is this PNG, APNG is these type of images have high definition. High definition means they have high quality. High resolution. High resolution means even you increase zoom, they look better. They look better when you zoom them, stretch them, they look better. High resolution, high definition. So another important is generally these type of images occupy more space in memory. That means they have good quality, but they occupy more space in memory. Then as a developer, when to use them? As a developer, when to use them? So use PNG or APNG when you are providing images for download. That means suppose you want to display a photo gallery. In your website, you will put photos, small thumbnail photos. And you will say that, so if you want to view complete photo, you download and view. So that means after downloading, he will open in his computer and he can use it. In that case, we can use PNG. PNG is good for downloading. That means on screen presentation, it will be difficult because it occupies more space. It will occupy more space in memory. Then what we do is we will put a small icon and say that click, we will download you the original. Generally, you people may see JPG also downloaded, PNG, every file can be downloaded. But if you are providing a image only for download, the best type is what type? PNG. PNG. That means it is not good for on-screen presentation. Why it is not good for on-screen presentation? Because it uses more memory. It uses more memory. It's not good to show directly on screen. So you keep a link, they will click it, download and use it. For that, this is okay. PNG is good. It occupies more space. When to use JPG or JPEG and GIF? These also high definition. They also have high definition. They also have high resolution. They also have high definition and high resolution. But advantage is they are compressed image. Compressed image means very less space in memory when compared to PNG. So when to use them? It is good for on-screen presentation. On-screen presentation, it is good. So after downloading, zooming and watching it, it's not great. That means not good for zoom. So and downloads, it's not good for zoom and downloads. However, you can download JPG also, but not good. It is not good. If you are specially providing only for downloads, then better go with which format? PNG. JPG is very good for on screen. That means you want people to watch some good quality photos on screen only. They will not download or they will not do anything, only view on screen. Then better go with JPG because it is good quality and occupies less memory. But when you try to zoom and stretch it, quality will be lost. That will not be great. That is the reason we have to use this only for on-screen presentation. I will show you the difference. The difference you will understand. I will show you the difference. First, we will see what is the difference points here. Another image is GIF format. GIF is low definition, low resolution, roll resolution, and so that means it occupies same memory. So means not less space. But important is this GIF have less colors also. That means only 256 colors are supported. Computer supports millions of colors. It supports only 256. That means less quality. But it is good for, generally it have animated. It contains animations, animated images. Generally, it is good for bullets. It is good for bullets, designing small bullets. It is good for logos, designing small logos. And that means where you don't need much colors, then you can use these bullets, logos, you can design with GIF. Bullets, logos, lines, all these are designed by using GIF. But one is specialty about GIF is GIF can be animated, but color quality will not be great. So it will have very less color quality. I will show you the differences, we will see. So difference between PNG, JPG and GIF. As a developer, when to use GIF, when to use JPG, and when to use PNG. One example I will show you, then other formats we will discuss. See, suppose here in this I am opening some photo. Let's open some image. We have images. Suppose some photo is there. This is a large photo. I will copy this photo and take a new file. Okay. I will adjust the width and height. Okay. Yeah. So what I am doing here is I'm adjusting the width and height of this photo. I will save this photo now. I will save this photo, save. I am saving on my desktop by name. I will give car PNG. And see here, I am selecting the type as a PNG. Type as PNG. Okay. Save. Fine. Let's go to the file. Same save as. Same photo again saving. But this time same photo. Same photo I am saving. I will give name JPG. And here I will select JPG. So I am giving JPG and save. It is also saved. Okay. It also looks same. Quality and everything looks same. Go to file and save. This time I am saving. Again, I will give as a GIF. And here I will select GIF format and I will click on save. You will see a warning comes and it says that color quality might be reduced if you save a picture in this format. That is what we discussed about. We discussed about this less colors. It will have low definition, low resolution. So less colors, less colors. So you say, okay, it is saved, but color quality reduced. Very important is it can have animated. Currently it is not having animation, but it can have animations. I will show you. Online you can find so many. Suppose Google and images. See here, I am searching for suppose good morning GIF. You see, good morning GIF files are there. These are GIF files actually. GIF files are animated. That means you can see GIF file is having animation. This is a animated GIF file. Animated means it contains animation like this. But when you observe here, you can see its color quality is not great. Its color quality is not good, not looking like high definition colors. GIF cannot have high definition colors. Color quality will be reduced when you go into the GIFs. So the point is, so as a developer, you observe carefully now. Open desktop. On desktop, we saved 3 pictures. Na? Let's go to the 3 pictures on desktop. So let's right click on car PNG and see the properties, car PNG properties. And you see the size, how much space it is occupying, 2.12 MB, 2.12 MB. Let's right click on car JPG and go to properties. And you can see it is 440 KB. 2 MB 40 KB for 400 KB. 1024 KB equal to 1 MB. That means almost 80% of size reduced. This is compressed. That is the reason generally you people don't know. Technically you don't know computing systems. That's the reason. Suppose I have 5 photos. I want to copy all these 5 photos into pen drive. And pen drive is 16 GB pen drive. 5 photos are occupying 20 GB. Now we have to fit them into pen drive. Then you people generally think like we will zip. We have WinZip, na? I hope you know WinZip, WinRAR. So we will zip and we will use it, right? You can zip and RAR, right? We will zip and RAR. Then when you try to zip and RAR, so if you are trying to zip JPG files, that means you don't have any technical knowledge. Any sensible computer operator knows that JPG files compressing them is time waste because they will not compress, already compressed. Their format is compressed. If you zip only 5%, size will reduce. It will not fit. So any sensible developer in the world who knows computing technologies, he knows that it is waste of time in compressing JPG files because he already know that JPG is a compressed image format. Is a compressed image format. Already it is compressed. That means again compressing is nothing will happen. You will get only 2%, 3%, 5% ratio of size adjusted. Waste of time. So JPG files, don't zip, copy them directly. It's time waste, even zip, because already they are compressed. That then when it is good, what is good about them is they are good for on-screen presentations. On-screen presentations, good, because they occupy less space and you can easily present them. Good quality on screen. For downloading, better go with PNG format of images, PNG format. Now we have very important SVG. This is very important. Actually, SVG is XML based image, XML format image. This is very much asked in interviews. In many interviews, they will ask about what is SVG type, what is XML format images. Actually, it is scalar vector graphics. Do you know what is meant by vector graphics? Vector graphics means not pixel based. Pixel based. Generally, all photos are pixel based. Vector graphics are not pixel based. If they are not pixel based, what happens is that means so you zoom in the picture, you zoom in the picture, its quality will increase. You zoom the picture, it will increase the quality. That is the specialty of vector graphics. For example, you just take an example, best example I will give you, a simple thing actually. More others are there. So first basic example I will show here. Basic example is, suppose a photo. A photo is there. Suppose you see actor photo is there. This actor photo, how much height it is having? Suppose it is having some 8 inches height. So 8 inches height photo is there, and some 4 inches width photo is there. Now you see, when you go to cinema theaters, you will see a holding of that actor. So 50 feet foot holding. That means this 8 inches photo, they stretch 50 feet. The quality will be there. Then how they get that much huge, large size with good quality? That is not pixel based. They are SVG. They are vector graphics. Vector graphics will increase the size. That quality will be increased. The best example is Google Maps. In Google Maps, whatever photos you see, that is all SVG. Entire Google Maps is designed with SVG. You zoom, then more quality will come. You can see zoom levels, quality will not decrease. That is SVG. One of the popularity of SVG is so that it is not infected with virus, because it is XML based. XML is a language, extensive markup language, extensible markup language. The language itself is not infected with virus. It can flow through firewalls. It is more secured. And the major advantage is, even you zoom, its size will not affect. That means its quality will not affect. So in many interviews they ask this: what is an XML format image? What is the specialty of SVG? And generally where you see this, not only in Google Maps. For example, if you are a civil engineer or civil related, if you have learned any CAD technologies, AutoCAD and all these, you can design a building plan. You can design a plot plan, right? If you have learned that. And after designing that building plan photo, we have to give on a website. Then that photo cannot be JPG because that building plan user have to zoom and watch every area. That is SVG. That means you see online websites that have real estates, online real estates. They give their plot designs, everything SVG, not JPG, PNG. Why SVG? Because user have to zoom and watch it so that he can clearly. That means architectural diagrams. Suppose you are learning Java, .NET, PHP. In that, some architectural diagrams will be there. Suppose you are seeing some science diagrams. Science diagrams, very complex diagram. Some body, so diagram is anatomy is given, and you can zoom and you can see every part clearly. These are all SVG. SVG. So that is called scalar vector graphics. So SVG type of images will be there. Another important is this is good for architectural diagrams. Architectural diagrams. It is good for architectural diagrams. That means you zoom, the quality will be same. They will not affect, right? Another very recently WebP. It is web picture format. Web picture format. WebP is web picture format. What is the specialty of WebP is it can embed picture along with content and locks the content. So what is the advantage of this is you cannot download. You can't download. You cannot download. Recently, several websites are giving it. So you will see a photo, you will right click and save picture. It says WebP, and suddenly it is not picture. Entire web page saves. It will not save the picture. It will save entire page. But we want only photo. You can't save because it is given in a WebP format. These days, people are using these WebP formats very much. They embed into it. Another one is TIFF also. Tagged format. Actually, it is sliced image format. Sliced image format. Sliced image format. It is used for scanning. Scanned documents. For that, we use TIFF. Suppose you have a scanner. You see scanners will be there. You put a photo inside scanner. It cannot scan entire photo. They can't scan entire photo. Slowly, part by part, they scan. Because scanner contains a laser light moves from top to bottom. It should read from top to bottom or in an order. And part by part, it will scan. That means a sliced image. Slice by slice image, it will capture and it will store finally into one picture. That is the reason while loading these pictures also, part by part picture will load. Entire picture will not load at a time. You will see so many times on internet, photo opens half. Those are all scanned documents, scanned image formats. These are TIFF formats. That means lot of technical concepts are there related to images. A person who is learning ordinary HTML, he will just put a photo because it is there in his computer. But as a developer, you have to put the photos according to the situation, according to the requirement, according to its behavior. So I want to design a bullet symbol. Which image is best for bullets? GIF format. Suppose I want to design a button, submit button, sign out button, home button, then which image is good? Which format of image is for button? I want a small button. In that button, there should be some home symbols and image colors. Then which one is better? Button means very small, na? Very small, right? That means you see, suppose I am giving here, you will see. So I will give images. I will give images. You have submit button, right? Submit button. You see submit buttons are there. Like this buttons will be there. These buttons need high quality photo, na? These needs high quality photo. This needs high quality photo. Button means very huge. It will be very small inside the page, and only few colors it requires. That means it is also GIF is better for this. GIF is enough for this. That means these buttons, these icons, these logos, GIF is enough, right? Other formats will have problem. Other formats will have problem. GIF is enough. You see, so by default, some people maintain the standards. You see, it is GIF format. A small submit button, it is given in a GIF format. The point is, you need to decide as a developer which format is better according to the situation. You will get experience while using and while working with them. You will get experience. So let's see how we can put the pictures now. How we can put the pictures. So 2 points you learned here. One is, what are the image types supported for web, and which image type is suitable for which purpose. These are very important. Once you know this, now how to use images. So you can embed images into web page by using img element. Img is image element. By using img element, you can embed images into page. Embed means making them as a part of page, integrating into the page. To integrate images into page, you have to use image element. Image element is img. Img have a lot of attributes, we will see. Actually, it is a void element. That means it will not return anything directly. If I write img, nothing will happen. For example, let's go here. So here we want a picture to place now. Then I am using img, and you can see that. So it is not displaying anything. So nothing is there, empty. That means other places also image here. I'm using img, so nothing is there. That means wherever we want image, I will use img. And img is a void element. It doesn't require an end tag, and you can see empty. It will not return anything. Image have a lot of attributes, important attributes. What are the attributes for image? First important attribute, alt. Alt indicates, it specifies the alternative text to display when image fails to load. Actually, you can design images, but one important thing you should know, that browsers can disable images. Browser can disable images. Browser can disable images. That means without pictures you can watch your websites. See, many times people these days, you are using networks with limited bandwidth. Means limited bandwidth, you have 2 GB per day, 1.5 GB per day, 3 GB per day, like that. You are recharging your mobiles and all. And many people have a complaint that because people technically who don't know, they have a complaint. These days, we are not even calling the call centers for any complaint, because technically we know issues. Early days when mobiles came, call center people have to die. So because of your questions, the queries that you ask, because you are now used to these problems, you know what is happening. So less number of call centers, no more these much call centers are there. Actually, earlier what should happen, in the beginning days of mobile, how people used to call the call centers. These days very less number, but still people call. I open 2 websites, my half data gone. That is a complaint. They will laugh at your what? Why? Because so see, you open 2 websites, but in those 2 websites, how much data is present? How much? How many images are present? How much data they are consuming? These all are important. That means even you open one website, your 2 GB data will be gone. So because of the content they are having. That is the reason what happens is in our browsers, they have a facility. You can disable images. Then what you can do is you can browse website without images. Even that you can see in your Gmail. When any company sends you an email, so with their photos, logos and all, you observe in the email, they will show a small link that view images. If you don't click that, you can read the email, all the content. Pictures will not load until you ask them to load. Why? Because loading those pictures will consume the data and it is waste of time for opening those images. It will slow down the process. In browser, you have that facility. See, currently I am using Edge browser. When I am using Edge browser, you see here, Edge :/settings. I open Edge settings. When I open Edge settings, in the Edge settings, you search for images. You see images, one result came here. Images result came here. Click on that images. Currently, show all images. You can block it. Why they given a facility to block images? Because many people don't want to see images while they are browsing internet, because if they want they will open it manually, otherwise time waste, data waste, so and process will be slow. Why they given that facility to block images? Because we don't want images every time. And if image is blocked, then what happens is the website cannot load image. That place will be empty white. Then people who are watching, they are confused. Why this place is white half? That means something have to load, it is not loading. How they know that image will load or text will load there? They don't know. That is the reason we have an option like we can put here, alt. We can just simply put an alt here. Alt indicates alternate text. Alt we will put here as suppose, so this is like what is this mobile, some mobile. So Redmi, some mobile. So mobile, something like this I given. So here you can see that image, that mobile, that is alternate text. Alternate text is displayed when image fails to load. Remember, when image loads, alternate text will not be there. When image loads, alternate text will not be there. Alternate text will be there only when image is not there. So we will put image. Then how do we put image? So you have image. So SRC. SRC indicates source. That means it refers to the path and the name of image. And I already told you, so path means always use virtual path, no physical path. How to use images already I told you in the background concept, right? Path, how to write :/. What is the condition? First download that image into your page. Okay, let's do that. So we will open now. We will open the website. What is the website? Flipkart. In Flipkart website, so we are opening. See, photos not loaded here. Why? Because in my browser I blocked them. So let's open and enable images. And let's open the Flipkart. Now pictures comes, right? Now pictures will load. Refresh. Now the pictures will load. Otherwise pictures will not load. Right? Because you blocked the pictures. You blocked the images. Okay, let's go to the mobiles and select the mobile, any specific mobile category, right? And it will give you this, right? Now I will copy this image. So right click on this and save image as, let's save this as some mobile 1, and we will save in our physical path. Physical path is E drive, D drive, full stack web application, public, in public images, mobile 1 JPG. So we are downloading that image, save. Okay. Now similarly, another some other image type, we will go back. We'll select some other images. Okay. And I will right click and save image as, suppose this is mobile 2. Okay. And similarly, some other image. So we will go with different types of images. These are so small image format, anything. Okay. Redmi. Okay. I will save image as, this is mobile 3. Okay. All these images we want to keep there. Now what we will do, let's go and put here image src // it is in public / images / that is mobile 1 .jpg. You see jpg, jpeg all are same. Now I will put that and you can see the image comes here. Image comes here. Suppose I want to use the image, that means here I will give a mobile 3 .jpg. That means the image will come here. Image will come here. Width, height, everything we need to adjust, but observe carefully. Image is there. In my settings, I will block images. If I block images and refresh here, then alternate text will come. The image, if image is there, alternate text will not be there. Alternate text will not be there, right? So if image is there, alternate text will not be there. So you can display either image or either alternate text. Alternate text depends if there is a problem in image. Path is wrong, it's not displayed, so blocked by browsers, then it will display. Again, if it is removed, then you can see image is again displayed. So what is alt? Alt indicates the alternate text. src defines the path. So that means here we have to define syntactically like this. We can have image alt, this is some text, and we have src and we have to define the path. So image path we need to configure. There is another important attribute, title. Title indicates generally. So already I told you title, it refers to the screen tip to display when mouse is over image, right? Already I told you that. That means we can define like this syntactically. So how you can configure? So image alt is equal to some text, and src is equal to some path, and you can put title is equal to some message. And when this title will display, already we learned now. So here we have to just use title. Title is some 50% off, right? Sale, something like this. And when you move the mouse pointer onto it, it will display. That is title. Title is to display that title. And the image, when you are displaying inside this, you can have lot of other options, height, width, adjustments, everything you can configure depending on your requirement. Suppose I am adding other images. I will copy this and I will put here the second image. So this is second image. I will paste here, and this time some mobile 2. Okay, and go here. Here, this is another third image, and this is some mobile 1. Okay, and you can see all the 3 images are displayed here. So how you are configuring the images, that depends on your requirement and specifications, right? How you are displaying the content. Now, lot of techniques are there in presentation. We will see. First point. So what is alt? What is SRC? What is title? Another important for images, when you are displaying, we have an option that is we can use image related width and height. Width, height. Width, height, same. It specifies width of image in pixels or percentage. What is difference? I will show you. Similarly, we have another option, height. It specifies height of image in pixels or percent. What is difference percentage? What is difference is, so HEI, okay. What is the difference is, so note here simple is, size in percent will adjust according to according to the browser. According to the browser, it will adjust according to the browser. Generally we call it as, it is often called as fluid image. We call it as fluid image. If it is in pixels, then what happens is the image size will be standard. But if it is in percent, it will fit according to the browser. It will fit according to the browser. We will see that. That means you can define like this: image width is equal to 300, that is 300 pixel, or you can give image width is equal to some 50%, like this. The advantage of giving in percent will fit according to the browser. So for example, see, for that we will take another page. I will add some pics.jp HTML. Here we will just design a simple page to understand the other options. Head and title, I said images, and in the body section we are defining IMG. SRC is images. What is that? Public images. In that, some speaker.jpg. And you can see here, this is the speaker image displayed there. I will open it. This is the speaker image displayed here. Now what happens is, I will keep width as 400 pixel, 400, that is pixel by default, and height some 300. Now it looks like this. I'm adding some height, some 600. So it will be in this way, 400 enough. Okay. And the width I'm giving as 600 or 800, it will be like this. Now what happens is, when I'm adjusting the browser width, you can see that the image is stable. That means I have to scroll up and down and watch the image if I want. So, but what I am doing now here, I am giving here in percent, 50%, 50% width, and I given 50% height. So then it looks like this. Now, what is advantage of this is, generally what happens is, when you configure like this, when you are adjusting, the image will adjust according to browser. That means 50% of its height. Remember, height will not shrink more. Once you shrink, then scroll bar will come out. That means it's not like height will be shrinked. So after reaching the minimum range, it will not shrink. Height will be stable. So, but width will be adjusting, because browser width cannot be more than this. That means you cannot adjust less than that. You cannot adjust less than that. So these are called fluid images. That means image size will adjust according to browser. You can use different. Suppose height constantly 200, but width must be 50%. That means you can adjust accordingly. Width only affected. Width will affect. Height will not affect. See, only width is affecting. Height will not affect because height you given in standard pixels. So if you give height also in percent, then it will be in this way. That means both height and width will adjust accordingly. They will adjust accordingly. That's how actually we have to give fluid images. So fluid image means the image will adjust according to the browsers, according to the browser. So many attributes: alt, SRC, title, width, height. All these options are important. Another important is, so syntactically this is given. Another important attribute is, align. It aligns the image left or right. No center alignment, only left and right. And very important is, align is used to wrap text around. Text around. It is used to wrap the text around. Any content we need to wrap around. Generally, what is problem with images is, usually what happens is, for example, beside this image, so I will keep image standard 100 pixel, so 200 pixel, 200 pixel. Width and height we are giving as 200 pixel, it will be like this. Now beside that we will put some paragraph. I will copy some paragraph and paste. Generally, when you keep some paragraph, here I am adding P, paragraph. And when you keep some paragraph of information, it looks like this. Very important is, image is always, here I have some lot of paragraph, always above or below only. That means, suppose I am keeping this image below the paragraph. That means it will be below. I am keeping this above the paragraph. That means it will be above. But I want beside it. Then what we can do is, for this you can give align. Align is equal to left. But already it is left. Already it is left. But when you give left, now you can see text will come beside it. Already it is left, then why to give left? To adjust the wrapping. If you don't give align, text will be below or above. If you want beside, then you have to use left. So you can use right. That means it can be right. So that will be right side. You can use left or right only. Center not applicable. Image have only two alignments, either left or right. You may see image in center, but it is done in a different way. You may see image in the background. It is done in a different way, right? For align of image, only two options, left or right. Then you may come with a point like, I have seen center. You will see center anywhere, but that is not with HTML attributes. With HTML attributes, only two alignments, left and right. Others we have to design with CSS. So, and when you align here, that means align can be left or right. Image align we can give as left or we can give as right. So then only it will allow to wrap the text around it, right? Another important, we have H space and V space. H space is horizontal space. Horizontal space, and we have V space. V space is nothing but vertical space. Vertical space. Vertical space, horizontal space around image. Around image. So around image, the space will be adjusted. Actually, now you can see that the image and text exactly they are on the center, means exactly on the border. I want some space. Then we can use as H space is horizontal space. I will give some 30. V space, that is vertical space, also 30. You can give different, but for vertical space you need more lines. I will add some more lines here. Then vertical space will come, and you can see now space will be there. Actually, this you can also adjust by using Padding na, we learned about padding, we learned about margins. We don't need this very much these days. We don't need this very much. We never use h space v space anymore, but it is there. We always depend on so padding and margins. In css we will apply that. Another option image can have, that means syntactically image v space is how much and h space is how much. You can configure that v space and h space. One more option, we have border. So that means it sets border for image. Border for image you can define. Simply you can use image, border is equal to 2 or 3 like this. But border color, border style you cannot change. That is again with CSS. Already border box shadow I told you now, you can do that. That means instead of doing this, what you can do here, see, I am adding here border. Let's add border. Border is equal to some 4. That means it will show border 4. So border thickness will come. So suppose I give 14, then border will be thicker. I want rounded border. I want colored border. That is with CSS we have to do, not here. That means with CSS we can do style. What is the element? IMG. For IMG what? Border I give as 10 pixel. So solid I said some red color, it will give that one. Right? You can apply different types of borders. I said some dotted, so then it will give the dotted border like this. I said some dashed, so it will give the dashed border like this. I said some groove, so groove, it will give grooved border like this. Now I can adjust even border radius. That means border radius, I say from 50 pixel, then it will be border radius like this. Suppose it is 150 pixel, then it will be like this. That means ellipse or oval, different sizes depends on how much width and height it is there for the image. Right? We can use these options with styles and we can apply them. Usually that is depending on the image height and width you have to configure. Suppose image width is large and you say border radius, then it will not come like circle. To keep a circle, height and width should be correct, right? So this is just a basic presentation how you define border. But border styles, border colors are different. How we can apply the borders and styles are different. And these are all the attributes. These are all the attributes, basic attributes. For image, you have advanced attributes also. Some advanced attributes are present for image. These advanced attributes you can handle only when you are working with some server side technologies. Currently, you just know about them, but you cannot practice them, because to practice them, you need server side technology knowledge also. But these are very important for experience level people. In interviews, they ask these questions. So which generally many people are not aware of, but they are very important at experience level. For example, one very important advanced attribute is cross origin. For image, there is an option called cross origin. Cross origin. And what is the concept of cross origin is, so this is used, it is used when image is accessed from remote server. Image is accessed from remote server. We use this cross origin. If not used correctly, cross origin have two values. That means you can use cross origin is equal to, it can use two options, anonymous. It will have anonymous or it will have use credentials. This is anonymous and use credentials. What are these? You will learn later, not required now, but I will give a small example. Example is, suppose we have a website. Observe, there is a website, api.nasa. This is NASA official website. NASA official website. This is NASA official website. In this NASA official website, they given some photos through data. I will go to APIs. I will select Mars rover photos. I will click a link. Some data will come like this. In this data, there is a photo. Observe, image source is present. I will copy this image source. That means, so now you don't need to worry what is API and all this. That is what I told you. These you will understand when you are learning with server side technologies. As of now, don't give more strain to your brain for this. Keep it light, right? Just listen. Just listen about them. Later you will understand about them. Okay. Observe, only see the concept, what I am explaining. Right. Now see here. The point is, now we will copy this. We will copy this URL. We will copy this URL. This is the photo. This photo I will copy. Okay. Our intention is to use this photo, but this photo is coming directly from their server, NASA server. They will not provide for downloads. They will provide directly from their server. So what we will do, copy, and we have to use it here. That means what I am doing here, SRC is not local. It is coming from that location. Now, our website is running on one server. Picture is coming from another server. Then our server may block this picture. If which is coming from another server, it will block because it thinks it is threat. Right? Some other server picture is coming here, it is threat. Even NASA people can block you. They think that somebody is trying to access, then they will block you. That means you can see here, the point is here. So let's go here. The image is working fine. Working fine. But some images, they will block because the request. We have to verify, is this person authorized? If authorized, then allow him to access. If not authorized, then block. For that, actually what we do is, we will use an attribute for this. We will use an attribute for this as cross origin. Cross origin, we will use credentials. Use credentials, that means it will block the image. It will block the image. It will say that please provide your user ID and password. We will verify and give you this image. And use credentials means we need to create a login screen. From there, they will log in, they will verify the details, and we will give access. That means generally, when we are providing pictures through a remote server, this is very important. We cannot allow any general people to access those pictures. We need to block them. We need to ask the credentials. If it is matching, then allow. So this is important, especially when you are accessing from remote locations. So you don't need to practice this. You don't need to try this. Just listen to this. Later, you will work with this when you are learning with server side technologies and all, right? As of now, you need to know that image means not just SRC. Image means lot of attributes will be there at high level. They are mandatory. And people with experience are tested on these kind of attributes. That means if I say I have 5 years experience in web development, then he will ask, then what is cross origin? Tell me. If you say, I don't know what is cross origin, then what is experience? There is no experience then. That means you don't know what is a cross origin for an image, then how you are experienced, right? That means a small kid will tell that image have SRC, right? I told you na, in CBSE 5th class, HTML is a topic. That means a 5th class student is equal to you now, as of now. Say 5th class, you are equal to 5th class CBSE student. Because he also knows HTML, he knows SRC. Then the point here is, we have so many new things and advanced, which are very important at high level. Without that, they can't work. Right? So cross origin is one option for that, cross origin. Okay. Now you don't need to try this, just observe that. I hope you understood the concept. Means image, if it is coming from another server, we can block it. We can allow only when the credentials are matching, right? For that, we need to use a lot of logic behind. Another important is decoding. Decoding, that means it defines how image have to load. Image have to load along with other contents. Along with other contents. That is important. That means actually decoding can have async, or it can have sync. Two techniques can be there: synchronous, asynchronous. Actually, by default, it is asynchronous. Currently, browsers use async technique. Synchronous, asynchronous means, see, simple. Actually, so I will remove this cross horizon so that the picture will come. Now the question here is, picture and text both are there. Which one loaded first? Both started loading simultaneously. Both started loading simultaneously. Because text is lightweight, it appeared first. Picture is heavy, it took time. But both loaded simultaneously. That is called asynchronous. For example, when picture is loading, you want to block others. Until picture is finished, you don't want to load others. Then you can put decoding. Decoding, as you can put sync. What does decoding sync means? Don't load any content until picture is finished. That means until picture is finished, it will not load other contents. That you can define as sync. That means it can be synchronous or it can be asynchronous. You can't try them, because for that you need to design a logic for loading. So then you can try this, right? They will not directly work, and so that you can see them, right? So technically, decoding is used to indicate how the image have to load. That means sync means, so it will load image and block others. It will load image and block others. And asynchronous means async. Async means it will load along with other contents. That is what decoding is. Another important option, advanced, these are all advanced attributes, is importance. Importance, you can give importance. It defines the priority of image. It can be three options actually. Importance can be low, importance can be high, and importance can be auto. Right? So low, high, and auto. What is difference between them? Difference between low, high, and auto is nothing but, actually, suppose two pictures are present. One picture importance I given as high. Another picture importance I given as low. Then high importance picture will load first. If you give both high, then according to location, according to size, according to type, they will load. They will decide which one. That is the reason. By default, what will be importance? By default, importance will be auto. But sometimes, like company logos and all, we want more priority. First, they have to load. Then for them, importance we give high. Then first they will load. After that, others will load. That means importance same can be given for multiple. Then what will happen? It will decide according to situation. If you given different priorities, the importance, according to that, it will load. Right? These all you cannot practice, you cannot understand now. Just learn about them, know about them. But later you are going to understand them and use them when situation comes to work with them. So forget this. You don't understand this, doesn't matter. Forget this. But you should know that some advanced attributes are there, which are very much required for images to control their behavior. Right? If you unable to understand, leave it. Don't take it serious, because you will learn later. But you should know that these are advanced, right? So you need to know only these basic things. What are those? Alt, src, title, width, height, align, h space, v space, and border. Advanced attributes are important in later stages when you are working with server-side technology. Now, by using these images, we will try to create some designs. By using these images, already in our design we implemented, but we will try to create some new designs. We will take some website examples and we will try to design those by using images. That we'll see in tomorrow session, right? Tomorrow we will continue, and tomorrow we will see some real-time exercises, how to design them by using with images concept. Okay, tomorrow we'll see.